Hey folks, I'm dipping my toes into the muddy waters of historical battles for the first time. Well, that's not strictly true. This is the same historical battle, but I'm flying for the third time. Choose your armaments carefully. Historical battles, you get one aircraft. And I'm far from being an expert. However, I am getting the impression. First of all, things handle differently in historical battles. It's not like jumping into an arcade battle. You can still control it with mouse and keyboard the same way you do in an arcade battle, but it seems to me that this is where all you joystick users who are lamenting the fact that you keep getting shot down by mouse and keyboard users in arcade battles because they just find it easier to aim. Historical battles might be the way ahead for you guys. I'm flying this with a mouse and keyboard, but the first thing that I noticed was you don't get the target lead indicator that you do in arcade battles, which makes it more difficult for fighters. And does kind of negate some of the aiming advantage that a mouse and keyboard user gets. The other thing I'm noticing is that you still get this view in bombers, and your AI bomber gunners don't have any such need for a target lead indicator. So, and bear in mind, I've been doing these historical battles for about 13 minutes, so I am not an expert. These are purely just my initial impressions. But I do get the initial impression that jumping straight into historical battles, take a bomber. It just seems to be more forgiving. Now these things they're interesting. The battle is going on, regardless of whether you jump into it or not. So the server is running this historical battle. It's battle for the Q-band between the Russians and the Germans. So you need a Russian or German air team to take up. And it's the aircraft that you have, just like arcade battles. And I'm not entirely certain. I think, and I could be wrong, but the impression I get is that this is the battle that is running. And I've jumped in rank 1 Russian aircraft by mistake, took the Catalina up, and there were exactly the same people playing as they were in the previous game to that, where I jumped in my German aircraft and got my Bf-109E shot down. So there is no matchmaking here. Whoever's flying the historical battles is the guys who were flying the historical battles. Could be wrong. Actually, no, this looks like a different battle. There were far less ground targets left last time I jumped in. And look at the kind of competition you have. Focke-Wulf D13, highest tier. And there's me, tier 8 bomber. Everybody else is sort of tier 5 or below. So, let's see what damage we can do with our bombs. Now everything handles substantially differently here in historical battle land. As you can see, I just can't bring these bloody bombs around on the target. The flight model seems to be a lot more realistic, without being fully realistic. For that, there are still full real battles, which sound like they're going to be, well, running like these, but oh sweet. That actually hit. Great. I finally scored some points in one of these things. There you go. My first game I shot down an Ilyushin 2 and he shot me down, and I came away with a score of 20. So, not incredibly encouraging, but if you do well in these historical battles you can really clean up on the scores and the XP and the credits. But initially at least it seems to be, well, here we go. I'm going to turn the HE-111 is not the mode, but I'm definitely feeling a difference in the controls. Plane's trying to roll over. It feels a lot more realistic. Come on, level out, level out, level out, level out, level out. You try whipping the mouse around What you normally do in arcade battles, you're just going to miss the target. And if I'm switched back to... There you go, look, I'm all over the place. You do still get some of the virtual instructor giving you in-flight assistance, but nowhere near as much as you do in arcade. So you joystick users, it really does seem to me that this is where you want to be, not wasting your time in arcade battles trying to beat the aim of guys using mouse and keyboard. Just as an example, when I've expended all my bombs, I need to go back to the airbase and land. There's no in-flight rearming or refueling. So there's a bit more of an investment if you choose to play historical battles. And I absolutely am just scratching the surface of what historical battles are like. I'm certainly no expert. I've only been doing this for 20 minutes. But I definitely get the impression that if you prefer things a little bit more realistic, you'll like to use a joystick for your control setup, this is where you need to be. See if I can nail that medium tank. Seems a lot harder. Try to bring the nose around, and I'm going to miss. I'm going to overshoot. Go for those other guys. Got the medium. Nope. If this was an arcade battle, I would have nailed all of those guys. No problem. Everything just seems to handle a lot more realistically. So that's good news for you guys who are a little concerned about the lack of realism in arcade battles. One thing I can tell you, the first historical battle I tried, which it was awful. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was in my BF 109E, and you German pilots who were disappointed in arcade battles that the superior climb rate of the German fighters just wasn't there, because everybody else pretty much had similar performance. This is where you want to be playing. If that extra bit of realism is what you're after, then this is what you want to be doing, because the BF 109E and F climb like beauties in historical battles. You really do feel the difference. Come on, get around. No, you see how difficult it is to just see these bombs aren't going anywhere near to the target that they, as they do. Oh, no, I'm hitting them. Oh, heavy tank, good. A decent score. Look at the score there. Look at the guy on top there in his ME 410, 497. There's me on 95. I'm a total noob at this. I really, really am. But I do feel more of a sense of accomplishment at killing things flying around like this. Even though I should be. This is going to take some practice. This is definitely not just jumping in and blatting things out of the sky or doing strafing runs on ground targets. Oh, here they come. Okay, let's see how. And I am going to get swatted out of the sky. And my gunners open up on him. Let me at least get these two bombs away. And once I'm down, I'm down. No respawns. Ooh. I'm hit. Come on, gunners. Come on, gunners. Do me proud. Nah, they're going to get me. Oh, gunners are hitting them. See? I would have been shot down by now. Just get that bomb away. Look at the damage I've taken. I'm not going to get away. No, there I go. Lost all control. Engine's dying. Can't pull up out of the dive. Drop my flaps. Throttle. No, I'm doomed. I'm going in. Boom. There you go. Shot down by an Elysian 2. And that's it. That's my historical battle over. You cannot respawn on this mission. If you want to jump back into this battle, you've got to exit and re-queue. And you may not even get back into the same game. So how did I do there? Well, actually, that wasn't too bad. That's the best I've done yet. And that was crap. So just imagine the kind of score and XP you could get. I'm gonna jump out of this one and just see. There we go. Quit mission. And this battle can take hours to win. Let's just see how much credits and experience I got for that. That's not bad. Look at that. That's 3 ground targets killed. And I shot down an aircraft, so well done. And that's why I'm saying go in with a bomber if you've not done a historical battle before, because the flight controls are a lot more sensitive. Your fighters do not handle the way you were used to in arcade battles. Your bombers don't handle the way you're used to in arcade battles. You don't get that target lead indicator, which makes it very, very confusing, and you have limited ammo loadouts. So you guys were used to flying around in your fighters and just spamming shots at that target lead indicator, and then running out of ammo, and then waiting 16 seconds and reloading and going again. You're going to find historical battles a real culture shock. Now, there's going to be people listening to this who are thinking, "Oh, I don't like the sound of that." But at the same time, there's going to be people listening to this who think, "Oh, that sounds why Jingles, why did you not tell me about this sooner?" Sorry guys, I haven't tried this before. I was under the mistaken impression that you needed a joystick. You can play this perfectly adequately with mouse and keyboard, but things handle a lot more realistically. You have limited ammo loadouts. The amount of fuel you're loaded with makes a difference. Once you're out of ammo, if you want to rearm, you have to fly back to your airstrip and land. And it's much harder to do as well in historical battles than in an arcade game. But it just seems as if the reward for sticking it out and getting good at historical battles is going to be much, much bigger for flying arcade battles. And that's not bad. That's 12,000 credits and 8,500 XP for being shit. let's not try to dress this up. I was crap. I killed a couple of ground targets and my gunners shot down an aircraft. I was crap, but that's a good score. It's not bad for the small amount of work that I did. So historical battles are where you need to go if you're getting tired of the I'm going to say repetition of arcade battles, but if you're getting tired of the unrealistic flight model in arcade battles. I love arcade battles. I'll still be putting more time into arcade battles, but I'm definitely going to start taking a bit more of an interest in historical battles and trying to get better at that as well, because the rewards are better, no question about it. So that was my quick dipping my toe into historical battles. I'm going to try to do some more of that, get better at it, and bring you some more footage of what they can be like, because this looks like it's got a lot of potential. So that was my quick historical battle intro. Hopefully you guys are going to take a look at that and think, ooh, that's the sort of thing for me. And if not, fine, carry on playing arcade battles. Nothing wrong with that. They're a lot of fun. As always, watch your 6, and I'll catch you next time.